Olympic Games. The modern Olympic Games are the leading international sporting event featuring summer and winter sports competitions in which thousands of athletes from around the world participate in a variety of competitions. The Olympic Games are considered to be the world's foremost sports competition with more than 200 nations participating. The Olympic Games are held every 4 years, with the Summer and Winter Games alternating by occurring every 4 years but 2 years apart. The official Olympic flag. Created by Pierre de Coubertin in 1914, the Olympic flag contains 5 interconnected rings on a white background. The 5 rings symbolize the 5 significant continents and are interconnected to symbolize the friendship to be gained from these international competitions. The rings, from left to right, are blue, yellow, black, green, and red. The colors were chosen because at least one of them appeared on the flag of every country in the world. The Olympic flag was first flown during the 1920 Olympic Games. The original Olympic Games began in ancient Greece in 776 BC. These games were part of a festival held every 4th year in honor of god Zeus at the place called Olympia. It was a great athletic festival, including competitions in wrestling, foot racing and chariot racing, rowing and others. The games were for men only. Greek women were forbidden not only to participate but also to watch the Olympics. The first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens in 1896. Then they were resumed in London after the Second World War. Since then the Olympics are held every 4th year in different countries. Cancelled Games. Because of World War I and World War II, there were no Olympic Games in 1916, 1940, or 1944. First modern champion. James B. Connolly, United States, winner of the hop, step, and jump, the first final event in the 1896 Olympics, was the first Olympic champion of the modern Olympic Games. The first marathon. In 490 BCE, Pheidippides, a Greek soldier, ran from Marathon to Athens, about 25 miles, to inform the Athenians the outcome of the battle with invading Persians. Pheidippides arrived in Athens exhausted and with bleeding feet. After telling the townspeople of the Greeks' success in the battle, Pheidippides fell to the ground dead. In 1896, at the first modern Olympic Games, held a race of approximately the same length in commemoration of Pheidippides. The exact length of a marathon. During the first several modern Olympics, the marathon was always an approximate distance. In 1908, the British royal family requested that the marathon start at the Windsor Castle so that the royal children could witness its start. The distance from the Windsor Castle to the Olympic Stadium was 42,195 meters, or 26 miles and 385 yards. In 1924, this distance became the standardized length of a marathon. The medals. The Olympic medals are designed especially for each individual Olympic Games by the host city's organizing committee. Each medal must be at least 3 mm thick and 60 mm in diameter. Also, the gold and silver Olympic medals must be made out of 92.5% silver, with the gold medal covered in 6 grams of gold. Real gold medals. The last Olympic gold medals that were made entirely out of gold were awarded in 1912. The Olympic motto. In 1921, Pierre de Coubertin, founder of the modern Olympic Games, borrowed a Latin phrase from his friend, Father Henri Didon, for the Olympic motto: Citius, Altius, Fortius. Swifter, higher, stronger. The Olympic flame is a practice continued from the ancient Olympic Games. In Olympia, Greece, a flame was ignited by the sun and then kept burning until the closing of the Olympic Games. The flame first appeared in the modern Olympics at the 1928 Olympic Games in Amsterdam. In 1936, the chairman of Carl Diem suggested what is now the modern Olympic torch relay. Tier. At the closing ceremony of the Olympics, 80 in Moscow, one of the most spectacular elements was laid out colored shields Olympic image bears, and especially his tier. Initially it was not in the script, but in one of the rehearsal holding shields statistician mistakenly picked it up not a dark and light side. When the manager said to change direction, the order began to carry all the extras of the series. Wave immediately recalled all the tier, in this format and included in the ceremony. Walt Disney. In 1960, the Winter Olympic Games were held in California. In order to bedazzle and impress the spectators, Walt Disney was head of the committee. Ceremony was filled with high school choirs and bands, releasing of thousands of balloons, fireworks, ice statues, releasing of 2,000 white doves, and national flags dropped by parachute. The Olympic idea means friendship, fraternity and cooperation among the people of the world. The Olympic movement proves that real peace can be achieved through sport.